So I'm back in. I flew right from Japan with a really bad knee back to Orlando because we were taping WCW's Worldwide at either Disney or Universal. We used to swap. And for some unknown reason, not only have I got a dodgy knee and it's been completely creamed, I thought, I'm going back in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going back in 2 weeks. It's going to be okay. Which it wasn't. So if you see that little clip of that match, I had a seriously bad knee. I still to this day do lots of Hindu squats. I couldn't do a quarter of a Hindu squat. My knee was that bad. I remember being in the arena that day of the match with Muta, trying to do step ups on a step about 8 inches tall, and I couldn't do them. I was struggling.
Wow.
But that was the job. That was just what you did. God, what was going through my head, I do not know. And I can't remember if I did any of these Disney tapings. Again, this is a long time. This is 1995. Yeah. But I know we were staying at this hotel in Orlando. And I was thinking, I'll do a moonsault in this match.
Yeah.
I'll pile driver him and I'll do a moonsault on top of him. So with a bad knee, I'm stood on the edge of the pool at the hotel after we've done these or I did or didn't do these tapings. Again, I don't know because I had a really bad knee, but I think I did them because I think I just put a brace on it and taped him up because I did this match 2 weeks later with Muta, and because I'm stupid, I never would say I was injured, and I just kept working, which would have been a smart thing for me not to do a lot of times in my career. I'm stood on the edge of the pool. When we finished these tapings, we'd get back about 6 o'clock at night. Right. And I'm stood at the edge of the pool, basically on one leg going, and landing in the pool. Right. And I thought, well, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
It's easy enough, isn't it? I'm doing it on one leg.
Right.
It's easy enough.
Should be able to do in the match.
Yeah.
Easily. Right.
Easily. Why not?
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I fly back to Japan, which obviously didn't do me knee a lot of good with all the, we know now, because you didn't know in those days. Well, I didn't know about icing your knee and looking after it and getting physiotherapy and having it looked at and, because you just didn't say anything because you were an idiot, because you've been brought into the job, like, don't complain about anything. So I fly back to Japan, so it's obviously all creamed anyway, and I've got this knee brace on and it's all taped up. And if you see, there's a lot of matches that I did for the next. In fact, right until we talked about the other week, the Finley match, where he dragged me out the ring the first time.
Right.
This is our things. See, now we're talking things I remember. He dragged me out, and I've got my knee brace on. After that first initial thing that me and Fit did, we did a show at Caesar's Palace, I believe, at some point, and then I did a match with Sting and me and Bobby Eaton against Sting and Luger, and I wrestled the dark match because there was nobody to wrestle the dark match with Chris Benoit, and I offered with a bad knee, and then went out and did a pay-per-view. But after that, it was shot. It was completely shot. My knee was shot. So I had the operation, and then I got myself back. In 3 weeks, I was back wrestling again, stupidly, without any therapy, to do the thing with Fit Finley.
Right.
And again, you'd have to look at the dates to see exactly when this was, but whatever it was idiotic. On my part, it was idiotic. I should have just said, look, I can't. After the first match, the first time in Japan, I should have got it looked at, and I didn't, because I was always taught these stupid things. Not stupid, just the way the job was. Don't complain and do your job. So I go back and do this match with Muta. I've never done me. I don't go on the top rope apart from a double arm suplex off the door, a butterfly suplex, as you call it, off the top rope. Well, there's one in that. You can see that I'm struggling a bit. And I pile drive him and I climb on the top rope. And I get up there and I think, oh, Jesus, what am I doing up here?
Right.
All of a sudden, it's hit me with the pant. Not only have I got a dodgy leg, I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't for doing it off a pool into the water is one thing. Me doing it off I get up there and it's like I might as well be stood on the top of the bloody Empire State Building.
Right. Right.
I'm like completely out of my depth. Oh, and I just like jump backwards and sort of land on my head, as you can see in this clip that showed later, and
The Regal salt.
Just smash myself to death on the floor. And then he picks me up and like does a moonsault on me. But that was the mentality of a 20-odd-year-old young wrestlers. Know what you can and can't do.
Yeah, the one and only Regal salt with a bad leg. And of course, those moments of doubt on the top rope didn't help you either.
Right. So that was the match with Muta.